Welcome back to the Simply Stacy YouTube channel. It's your girl Stacy, and today I have a video for you on creating your roadmap to success. So you guys know that that's one of the things I talk about on this channel, whether it's business, entrepreneurship, or success tips. That is why I'm here. And so what I will tell you is from personal experience, no one ever gave me a roadmap to how you can become successful. No one gave me the steps or any of those types of things. So guess what? I did the research. I wrote a book about it. It's called Secure Success, A Proven Plan to Prospering Personally and Professionally. And this book is all the guides that I've come up with through my research and through my lessons learned in life to help you guys so that you'll have a roadmap. Basically, that's all this book is a roadmap to help you become your best self and simply live your best life on purpose. Okay? So if you have not yet picked up a copy of my book, you can find it in the description box below. It is available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and also Walmart, all online. And we're going to get to it. This video is called Creating Your Roadmap to Success. Your roadmap, your blueprint, your step-by-step guide, whatever it is you guys want to call it, that is what we are talking about today. And you'll get a glimpse at what my book is actually about, because that's what it is. Securing your success is basically following that roadmap and getting to the level of success that you've always envisioned and you've always felt destined for your life. You have to put in the work. It does not just come automatic. Okay, so let's get right to it. So what actually is your definition of success? Go ahead in the comments below and let me know what your definition of success is. So in my research, I came across an article. I talk about it in my book. And I mean, when I say they interviewed so many people like Warren Buffett and the former President Barack Obama, and just all of these really famous people. And when I say they all gave different definitions of success, none of them said that it was monetary. But to you, success may be, having $1 million in the bank or being a millionaire or something of the sort. It could be financial. However, I realized that those people, they didn't really have a need to think about money like that because they all had money. So I'm like, I wonder if I asked a person without that much money or a person that is in dire need of financial assistance, would they say that success to them meant having money? And so as I did my research, I came to the conclusion that success means different things to different people. You may have married friends who think success is, getting out there, following their dreams, and, traveling the world. You may have single people who believe success is having a family, being married, having children. I mean, a lot of times people want what they seemingly don't have, while what they have is what other people want. We have to live in the moment and be grateful for the things that we have. And eventually, hopefully, we will get those other things that we do still desire. However, that does not make your life any less successful because you don't necessarily have what someone else has. So what I want you guys to do from this point forward is to stop comparing yourself to others. That is the biggest... it's the biggest way to just feel defeated. It is the biggest way to not feel like you are successful, is when you're always comparing to someone else. If you're going to compete with anyone, let it be yourself. So that's just one of my little nuggets of wisdom, and I'm going to keep it pushing. I'm not going to sit here and preach to y'all all day, but we're going to get back to this roadmap to success. So let me know in the comments, if you haven't already, what your definition of success is. So basically, to me, success is being able to do all of the things that I need to do. I can supply all of my needs, also some of my wants, being grateful for family and friends and having someone to share all of the things that I've accomplished with. That's basically what success means to me. Does money play a part? Well, of course it does, because if I don't have the financial means, then I can't get all the things I need, and I definitely can't afford some of the things that I want. So money plays a part, but I don't specifically equate it to just monetary. Okay, so the first thing is you have to define what success means to you. You want to know why? Because how can we make a roadmap if we don't know where the end of the road is, or we don't know where that map leads? So once you have this definition of what success means to you, you will put that at the end of your roadmap. And then what you have to do is backward plan how you're going to achieve it, how you're going to get there, what steps, what roads, what resources you need to get there. And that's really how you create your roadmap to success. So say, for instance, your roadmap is to become a millionaire. Being a millionaire means you're successful in your book, right? If that's the case, that is at the end of your career, your success roadmap is being a millionaire. So then you have to figure out, how do I become a millionaire, right? I become a millionaire by saving $100,000 a year for 10 years or however long, right? So you can do the math, do it that way, or I need multiple streams of income. I work a job that pays me 6 figures, and then I have rental properties, or I have investment properties, or I play the stock market. You have to figure out different things that's going to get you to that quantitative $1 million in your time frame. So that's just an example, because your definition of success may not be monetary. It may be, I want to get married in the next 5 years. In order to manifest that, in order to attain that, especially if you're a guy, it seems like it could be simpler than if you're a female, because, let's be honest, we can't ask ourselves to marry ourselves, or, typically it's frowned upon for a woman to ask a man to marry them. However, in a man's eyes, he chooses his spouse. He's the one who does the proposing. He's the one that gets his life together and, decides that he wants to ask her to marry him. So in that case, he can plan that 5-year leading up. He can meet a person. If he feels like she's the right person, he can do the necessary steps. They can fall in love. He can ask her to marry him. They can plan a wedding, right? So if those are your goals, then you know what your definition of success is. You want to start a family, you start planning for that. You start talking to the right people. You start getting advice on how you can do that. The best thing is to ask people who have already done it and succeeded at it, because guess what? Why reinvent the wheel? If they've already done it, they can definitely be a resource for you to get there as well. Okay, so one, we've defined our definitions of success. So we've put that on our success roadmap, saying this is where I want to be. Okay, the next thing is we want to assess each of the areas of our lives. So you want to assess your self, your simply self. That's what I call it in my book. So it's broken down into 3 parts, which is our simply self, our simply ships, which is simply your relationships. The simply self is you. And then finally, the service, or like simply service, which is like giving back to the community for those who come after you, leaving something grand for someone else to benefit from, basically. So with that simply self, we're talking about mind, your body, your soul, or your spiritual self. We're talking about your finances. You want to make sure that all of those things are in order, because if you're going to be successful, you have to get all that stuff together. You can't be stressed out mentally. You can't be physically broke down. You can't be spiritually exhausted. You have to have all that stuff in order if you're going to be successful. Your finances. You can't be walking around here with low credit scores, with any of that kind of stuff. You want to make sure that your finances are in order so that you can get that dream car. You can build that house from the ground up, if that is what your definition of success is. So you want to make sure that yourself, your simply self, is in order. Also, the next part of that is your simply ships. So this is very, very important because relationships play a huge part in somebody's success, whether it be personally or professionally. Say, for instance, you want to go back to school, you're married, you have children, and you need a great relationship with your spouse in order to figure out how you guys are going to manage the children while you take time away from the home to go back to school. So you have to have a solid foundation and a solid relationship with your spouse so that you guys communicate well, so that the children do not, miss out on anything because either mom or dad is not in the home like they used to be, and they will be once they finish school. But right now they're focused on, getting more education and maybe moving up the ladder some type of way. So that's very important. Even in the professional arena, it's very, very, very important to build, and not only build, but to nurture these relationships. Because say, for instance, someone has a job, you worked for them in the past, and you did such a great job, you kept in touch with them, they know your work ethic, they know your skill set, and when it's time for the interview, they know you do well, they pick you. However, it can also work against you if you are not building and nurturing these relationships. Say, for instance, you have a bad reputation, they're not going to hire you. You guys may have been working side by side, you didn't help on a project, you were not a team player. Why would they hire you when they get to the next level? Those are things you have to be cognizant of. You do not want to burn any bridges. You want to be the best employee you can be. You want to put your best foot forward at every given moment, and you want to show that you're hardworking, especially if your definition of success has anything to do with, like, maybe becoming the vice president of a corporation, a CEO, CFO, moving up the ladder, becoming a team leader, supervisor, branch chief, whatever it is that your goals are. You know what you have to do to get there. And I'll tell you one thing, networking and building relationships plays a huge part of that. Okay? The next thing is, okay, so we know what it is we're working towards, and then we've assessed our life. So I may say, oh, I need to do better with these relationships, with nurturing them and building them. Or I need to do better. My spiritual self is not together. I haven't been to church in years. I need to find my center, my balance. Or I may be falling apart. I can't walk up the steps without getting winded. I am overweight. I need to do something with my life, and I need to start. You have to know where you have weaknesses and where you need the work. Okay? Once you've assessed that, you can get a game plan together. You need to prioritize and set your goals. I'm going to lose 20 pounds in the next 6 months. Okay? These are the things you have to do. Or I need to build these relationships. So I'm going to schedule a calendar reminder in my Outlook messengers at work, my Outlook, Microsoft Outlook, to send an email to catch up or follow up or check to see how my client is doing. Those are things that you have to do. Sometimes it may slip your mind. It may not be because you don't want to do these things, but it just honestly may be because you don't have that constant reminder. So you can set that in your calendar. Okay, so we've talked about prioritizing and setting goals. We've talked about assessing the areas of your life that you may need improvement on. And we've talked about defining what success means to you. You make adjustments in your life to achieve the goals that you've set. And ultimately, you make the adjustments in your life. What is it that I need to do? Do I need to get up earlier so that I can go to the gym earlier? Do I need to meal prep on the weekends so that it doesn't interfere with my work week? What is it that you need to do? So you change your life to make a lifestyle change. And then guess what? You're on your way. You're on your road to success. To assess the progress that you're making and then make the necessary adjustments. So say, for instance, you're like, I wanted to lose that 20 pounds. I'm only down 5. I'm halfway to my goal. I need to make changes. So you can adjust that goal some. Maybe it's not feasible to actually lose the 20 pounds in 6 months. Or maybe you just need to up it and now you need to do 2 a day instead of 1 a day, or drink 2 smoothies a day instead of just 1 as a meal replacement, or something like that. You need to adjust these so you can actually meet your goals. You can't just keep doing the same thing expecting something different. What is that? Insanity? The definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result? Exactly. So you've defined what success means to you. That's at the end of your roadmap. And then you have looked at the areas of your life. You determine what needs improvement. And then you've prioritized and set goals for those things that need improving. After you've done that, now you've assessed, how am I doing? What is my progress? Am I close to my goal? Am I on track? Am I on target? If not, then you readjust. You adjust those goals to actually be able to accomplish them. Or sometimes the goal may have been just a little bit out of reach and maybe not attainable. And so in those instances, the goal may change itself, but most times you will be adjusting the things that you're doing to actually reach that goal. Okay. Guys, I know it sounds simple, but it definitely takes a lot of work, dedication, and stick-to-itiveness. So you guys can do it. I have all the faith in the world in you. You guys just continue pushing, make those goals, assess your life, and make the necessary changes that there are to get you where you want to go in life. This is how you can create your roadmap to success and find out what it's like to have the level of success that you've always envisioned and that you were destined for. Listen, I have more videos for you about entrepreneurship, about Author's Corner if you want to become an author, about starting businesses, paying down debt, personal finance. So please subscribe to my channel. You don't want to miss anything. Click the notification bell so that you can be notified anytime I post. Also, share my videos with anybody. Share the knowledge, share the wealth, and I'll see you guys next time.